What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I am headed to get some work done. Another thing that I do on the side of working at my full-time is independently contracted with a nonprofit organization that specializes in helping the youth, particularly young artists in our city. We work with middle school and high schoolers, so that's real dope. Poetry, music, any type of art. We going in. We got different artists in the city, local artists and artists who have made it, right? Artists who have gone to do great things in life. Let me turn this, artists who have gone to do great things in life and have come back to give to the community, from full-time producers and videographers, photographers, engineers to graphic designers. We just actually had a guy from Birmingham receive a Grammy. Birmingham received a Grammy. Okay, shout out to Luke. But yeah, so right now I'm headed to get some work done with him. We're gonna do some game planning. We're working on a dope documentary centered around building a arts district in one of the lowest income cities here. So be on the lookout for that. I am going to be doing like some B-roll stuff behind the camera, and I'm really excited because the youth need something to lean on. They need healthy spaces to express the way that they feel. And what better way to do that than being a creative? And I feel like we all were born with some type of creative ability. We just need some type of guidance, and we need to sometimes be mentored, inspired, and encouraged. Something will spark the creative within us when we're in the right environment, when we're in the right room with the right people, when we got the right group of friends and different things like that. And sometimes that's not the case, but a lot of times when people are unsure of where they stand in life pertaining to their purpose and whatnot, a lot of that is being connected to the right sources, the right people, the right places, the right things that push us into the right direction to get to that. Because life is bigger than just working and dying, paying bills, and you die. No, that ain't gonna be it, man. That ain't gonna be it for nobody. That ain't gonna be it. So you gotta understand that in order to get there, you gotta put the work in, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do in my life. That's what I want to do in their lives as we build and grow together. You're gonna hear me talk about Jahman a whole lot. Jahman is one of my best friends, I promise you. And not best friend like, oh, this the best friend I call and talk to everything about. Yes, I can talk to him about a lot of stuff, but Jahman is the friend that wants to see you do great because he's doing great. He was ranked 2018 for poetry in the world. Ranked. Okay? Ranked number 3 in the world for poetry. How often do you hear that? How often do you hear somebody close to you doing amazing things like that? I'm not saying he the only one around me doing amazing things, but as a best friend, he killing the game. Matter of fact, 2019, when I met him in January through a mutual friend, right? And we all went out to get something to eat after this event that I met him at. And it was probably like 10 of us, 10 creative people. We met at a poetry event, yes. And so we all went out, and there were about 10 people that was sitting at the table. Everybody just went around the table and talked about the things that they like to do, the things that push them in their creativity. So, like I said before, graphic designers, musicians, producers, poets, all that. We went around and everybody talked about what they did, but they talked about their vision for the future. And me and him connected instantly. Did not know this guy. It was my first time meeting him. And we knew right away we would work together. And we said it right there at that table. We didn't know when, we didn't know what we were going to be doing, but we knew we were destined to work together. And so that was January. Fast forward to August, I ended up running into him again, like that beginning of August, and he was talking about how he was going to do a poetry slam in Houston, Texas, and then he was going to California for a whole month, and he was going to do a poetry tour for that entire month in California. And I was just like, that is crazy. Never heard of nothing like that. We have people make it in sports and music, but like poetry, you don't come across that real often. And so I asked him for that first stop in Houston, could we do like a road trip type of thing, and I just document it and we just see how it turns out. He was down. He was like, bet, we gonna drive all together, and I'm gonna film, and we gonna do this, and we gonna see what happens. I'm gonna post that video too. I might put it at the end of this, so stay tuned. I'm gonna put that video at the end of this, the one that I created with Jahman, the first thing we ever worked on together. After that, after Houston, we went to New York. Oh man, I was invited to go to New York that following October, free of charge. He was gonna pay for my ticket and everything. I'm like, yo, yes. I don't know what I gotta do to set this up work-wise, cause he don't work, he ain't clocking in to nobody's job. I am, so I still gotta make sure that that's straight. I can't go to New York and come back and I can't pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? But I was determined to figure something out to where I can go, and I ended up being able to go for an entire week. Did not have to pay for my flight there or back. He had friends up there that had provided me somewhere to stay, so I didn't have to pay for housing. I only had to pay for my Metro card, which was $33. It was unlimited 7 days. Unlimited 7 days transportation around the city of New York for $33. That's it. And I of course had to feed myself. But that was it, man. All because I stepped out there and tried to build, tried to network, tried to collab. And look where we are now with our nonprofit called The Flourish, Alabama. Y'all can look it up. Look up our website. I'm on the website. Yeah, but it's called The Flourish, Alabama. The website is Flourish AL, theflourishal.com. theflourishal.com. paycheck.com. And if you know some people in Birmingham that's looking for a space, a creative space, we do all type of events though. We do all type of stuff. From we have high tea Sundays as once a month, where artists, different artists get featured, and we put the spotlight on them to do their own show. And then after that, we do like an open mic type of joint type of thing. So it's come a long way from that point, and I'm just super excited to still be a part in 2025, and I'm excited for what things we're about to be doing all year and over the next 5 years, because we making a difference. And I feel like that's what life is about, making a difference. How can you help the next person with what you have, with what you know, and whatever else you don't know? Guess what? We're gonna figure it out along the way, because that's life. You gotta continuously be a student, continuously learn, continuously adapt and adjust, so that you can ultimately end up where you want to be. We were not created to be mediocre. We weren't. We weren't created to live this average life. So we gotta move that way, and we gotta step out of our comfort zone. I did not know how that documentary was gonna come out. I honestly didn't. I honestly did not know how it was gonna come out. But I knew that if I can do this, then the sky is not even the limit. You know how people be like, the sky the limit? I don't even feel like the sky is the limit if I can go and do this. And so I'm happy I went. A little backstory on even me getting into videography. I have always felt like it was important to capture moments. So me picking up a camera was about that. We don't have any control over time or moments, but I feel like the camera has a way of stopping time. It has a way of stopping. Let me cut this down too. It has a way of stopping time, and it puts you in a space to where you are able to feel the feeling of what happened in that moment just by looking through a picture, just by looking at a picture, just by looking at a video. You're reminded of what that feeling felt like to see yourself in that time, in that space. And even if you were not there when you watched that particular video or saw that picture, it creates a certain energy in you where you just smile or whatever the case may be. And so I picked it up for that reason. I just felt like it was super dope to just be able to stop time for a moment or capture that moment with the camera. And so that's why that was my initial reason for filming or capturing. Fast forward, I'm in clubs, I'm talking about regular clubs to like strip clubs, to I'm talking about house parties, all type of stuff, just to get better at filming and editing. And this stuff I was doing for free. For free. Let me say it again. For free. For free. Okay? And that sounds crazy, but coming into it, I knew I couldn't provide the value that I wanted to coming right in, because I didn't know a whole lot. And you want people to pay your money, and you can't give your best. I'm gonna give you what I can, and then if you like it, then you'll hire me again for something else, and you're gonna pay me for what I did. You're gonna pay me for how I showed up. So that was my thing. So I did a lot of stuff just to get that practice in, just to get them reps in. And yeah, it brought me to that moment to where when I met Jahman, not knowing I was gonna meet him, right? But I was prepared for the most part to take a swing at an opportunity. And that's where I'm at with everything right now. That's where I'm at with YouTube. That's where I'm at with getting my hazmat. That's where I'm at with just leveling up my life altogether. And I just really want to dedicate 2025 to just seeing how my life is going to turn out by just really locking in to my best ability, really locking in to my and tapping into my full potential, because I owe it to myself. And matter of fact, I owe it to God. It's a gift to Him for waking me up every day and believing in me more than I believe in myself. Believing in me more than I believe in myself, to continuously give me opportunities to figure this thing out, continuously giving me opportunities or opening doors for me to realize at some point, hey, I was created to do something big, something way bigger than what I can see. New views, new heights. You got to be able to see it on a bigger scale here and feel it here in your soul before you can really climb those different mountains and reach those different levels to see it in the physical. That's what faith is. So I'm just really, really grateful. Motion Mondays, I might start that. Motion Monday series, Motion Monday episodes, vlogs. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. But Motion Mondays. Because whether you work somewhere or whether you work somewhere else like me, like I'm off from my main job, but I still do community work because I'm trying to learn more things about myself as I embark on my personal journey of figuring out what my purpose is, right? So yeah, we're gonna do this thing one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. And I'm rocking with you. I hope you rocking with me, man. Let's connect. I don't want to just be on here doing this. I can, because I want to document my journey of where I am right now and where I'm gonna be when December roll back around. Because when December rolled back around this last time, I was not pleased with my 2024. I was not pleased in the amount of effort I did or did not put in for that year. My input and output, okay, was not lining up. I know I could have did better. And that feeling, I don't want to feel again. When December roll around this time, I want to be like, yo, I killed it this year. Surely there's always going to be things that you can get better at and perfect and tweak. But overall, when the year come back around again, I want to be able to say, when December come back around, I want to be able to feel way differently than I felt this past December. I want to be able to look in the mirror and say, you really gave it your best every single day for a year straight. And I want to see what happens, man. So that's why I'm going to be vlogging till I can't vlog no more, because I got to do it for myself. Because I got to do it for myself. Because I got to do it for myself. I want more, y'all. I'm tired, man. I want more. So wherever you are, I hope you're having the most amazing day. Do something today, man. Write down a goal. Write down something that you want to see within yourself. Write down how you're feeling. Start journaling. Even if you don't know what you want yet, just start journaling where you are. Journaling how you feeling that day. Journaling about something that happened. Journal every day, and some gonna click. Some gonna click, I promise you. Wherever you are, again, new views, new heights. Have a good day. I love you. God loves you too. Peace.